Ladies and gentlemen, may I please have your attention? Please have your tickets in hand before you board the plane. Thank you.
Hello and welcome. I'm Johan Castell and you're watching Wings. On the show today we cover how the Maha Kumbh Mela wraps up with the auspicious Mahashivratri festival. We also cover carnivals as the season has kicked off worldwide, and the latest tourism updates from China. Let's begin. This week marked the end of the Maha Kumbh Mela. The record-breaking festival ended on Mahashivratri, where millions of people were seen bathing in the holy rivers at Triveni Sangam in Prayagraj. Let's reflect on the numbers of this mega event and give you our final report from the Maha Kumbh Mela. The historic Maha Kumbh 2025, one of the world's largest religious gatherings, concluded on Wednesday this week in Prayagraj, Uttar Pradesh. The final holy dip, or snan, occurred in Mahashivratri. Over the past 45 days, more than 650 million devotees have participated in the sacred bathing ritual in the Ganga. The total number of bathers in the last 45 days between the 13th of January and 26th of February is just over 662 million, a number for the history books. It takes on even bigger dimensions when put into perspective. The total population of the United States of America is 341 million. Add Canada's 40 million and you have 381 million. Still way behind the Maha Kumbh numbers. The EU has 449 million, with Germany the largest at 83.4 million. The UK has 68.3 million. Nearly triple the attendance of the 2019 Ard Kumbh, which saw 24 crore pilgrims, or 240 million. Beyond its spiritual significance, Maha Kumbh 2025 has also been a significant economic driver for Uttar Pradesh. Under Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, the state government estimates that the event will inject over 3 trillion rupees, or around $34 billion, into the economy, shaping the region's socio-economic landscape. This year's Kumbh was particularly special and featured unprecedented upgrades to infrastructure, planning, manpower and training for the special event. The final day of the Maha Kumbh Mela 2025 was on Wednesday this week. A day that was marked by festivities and celebrations across the country, as it was Mahashivratri. This much-awaited and deeply revered Hindu festival is among the largest in Hinduism. It signifies the wedding of Lord Shiva, one of the deities of the Hindu Trinity, and what makes Mahashivratri festival more special this year is that it coincides with the Maha Kumbh Mela festival. It is a time for pilgrims from all across the world to come to Prayagraj. They visit the confluence of the Ganga, the Yamuna and the mythical Saraswati rivers in India to take a dip in the holy waters. To cleanse themselves of sins and to break the cycle of rebirth and achieve spiritual liberation. As the event draws to a close, I wonder, what should one bring as a keepsake from the event? Well, how about Rudraksha, as the seers wear by the hundreds? There are even massive temples at the Kumbh that are decorated richly with these precious beads.
All right, I managed to find a Rudrakshwala, a guy selling Rudraksh. I don't know if you've heard of what this is, but it's everywhere in Kumbh Mela. All these babas are wearing them. So let's see what it is, how it's made. What are they really? Hello ji, ye kya hai?
ये रुद्राक्ष है।
अच्छा, और एक रुद्राक्ष ये क्या है?
ये रुद्राक्ष का सीड्स है, फ्रूट्स।
हाँ, it's a fruit.
इसको ओपन करते हैं तब ऐसा निकलता है रुद्राक्ष।
Oh, so it's like what's inside the fruit.
आप ओपन करके देख सकते हैं।
Okay, I'll try it. Let's see.
A rudraksha is a naturally dry fruit which grows on the rudraksha tree. This seller has brought his merchandise from Nepal to sell here at the Maha Kumbh Mela.
Clean।
Okay, so then after that's good enough. All right. Yeah. We can see it.
5 more। 1, 2, 3, 4, 5।
And what does that mean that it's five sides?
बच्चों के हनुमान।
Okay.
ये रीडिंग पढ़ने लिखने के लिए रहता है बच्चों के दिमाग के लिए।
Okay, so is this a good one?
हाँ, good।
There are various types of rudraksha, from beads with only one side up to 14-sided beads. His stall is quite popular with other seers, and it seems like business is good for the people who sell things here. After a lot of luck trying, I managed to get to meet the spiritual head of the Mahanirvani Akhada to hear what he has to say about what goes on here at Kumbh. He is the leader of what is thought to be the oldest Akhada, which was even mentioned in the Rig Veda.
कुंभ का जो संदेश है वो संदेश हमारा यही है कि जो प्रयागराज है वो ब्रह्मांड का प्रतिनिधि है और यहाँ पर जो कुंभ लग रहा है, कुंभ मेला होता है, इसमें कैलाश के शिव जी से लेकर के प्रयाग के शिवलाल तक का सहयोग है।
The next day, I take my special rudraksha to Triveni Sangam, as I hear that dipping in the holy waters during this time is a great blessing.
This one is the special rudraksh, the mega rudraksh, blessed by the mega baba, the baba of the babas, the Acharya Mahamamdaleshwar. Very special one.
This year's Mahakumbh Mela will go down in history as the largest human gathering ever. It is a record that is likely to hold up for many years to come. And if you're lucky, you might get to experience the next one if you missed it this time.
The carnival season is here. Let's travel the world to witness the magic and energy of these incredible celebrations. From the timeless Venice Carnival, where history and grandeur meet, to the lively streets of South America.
The iconic Venice Carnival Festival, famous for its masked balls, extravagant costumes, and vibrant parades, has once again brought a touch of magic to the enchanting city of Venice. Kicking off this year's celebrations, the carnival opened with a stunning tribute to one of Venice's most legendary figures, Giacomo Casanova. Let's dive into the festivities and see how Venice is celebrating its 300th anniversary and welcoming visitors from around the globe. The Venice Carnival started recently with a grand spectacle marking the 300th anniversary of Giacomo Casanova, the city's famed writer, adventurer, and legendary lover. The celebrations began with a thrilling performance in St. Mark's Square, where crowds gathered for a unique show titled Casanova Opera Pop. The performance starred Italian actor and singer Jacopo Sarno as the famous Venetian character, setting the tone for what promises to be a captivating carnival season. Running until March 4th, this year's carnival promises a mix of costumed balls, water parades, and theatrical performances. Venice's carnival is a centuries-old tradition, dating back to the 11th century. It was originally a way to indulge in revelry before the reflective and penitential period of Lent, offering a last opportunity for festivities. People dressing and wearing masks to celebrate the Venice Carnival is a major highlight.
It is a celebration of light-heartedness, of happiness with all the problems that there are. It is a way to also distract oneself and thus transform oneself into another dimension.
The 2025 Carnival officially kicked off with the traditional Venetian water parade, a spectacle unlike any other. More than 100 boats, led by masked rowers, glided along the Grand Canal, creating a breathtaking sight for spectators. The highlight was the appearance of the Pantagana, a giant papier-mâché rat that symbolically led the procession.
Now let's move to Albania, where the carnival spirit is also alive and well. In the charming city of Shkodër, the streets are bursting with energy as the city comes alive with celebrations to welcome the end of winter. The city of Shkodër became a center of feasting, masquerades, and vibrant celebrations last week as the city shakes off the winter blues with its annual carnival. After the quieter weeks that followed New Year's celebrations, the streets of Shkodër are once again filled with anticipation and excitement as residents prepare for a week-long party.
We appreciate the carnivals because it brings back harmony. They bring back big activities in Shkodër, and they bring life back after the New Year festivities. Now we have a major event after all the quiet of New Year, and it all returns in February with carnivals. It is a very good thing for businesses and for citizens, for all the people surrounding us.
Tourists from across Albania, as well as from neighboring Montenegro and Kosovo, flock to Shkodër to experience the vibrant celebrations. Hotels and motels are also fully booked over the weekend. For the people of Shkodër, the carnival is more than just a celebration. It is a reflection of the city's enduring spirit.
Now, let's head to the Czech Republic, where people in the village of Vortava are celebrating the departure of winter and the arrival of spring. Residents take to the streets in a colorful carnival procession, which has been recognized by UNESCO as intangible cultural heritage of humanity. Every year, a group of men from this village cause a bit of chaos among their neighbors, all in the name of tradition. Accompanied by a brass band, they travel from home to home in Vortava, engaging in playful antics, tackling, teasing, and rubbing greasy soot onto the faces of unsuspecting villagers. This behavior is believed to bring good luck and a bountiful harvest for the recipients of their attention. The event, which takes place only in the Hlineko region, has remained largely unchanged for centuries and is a pre-spring ritual meant to ensure a prosperous year ahead.
Carnival parades in the Hlineko region are specific in that they have been passed down for generations in an almost unchanged form. We have descriptions from the second half of the 19th century, and we can state that the forms of the masks, their tasks, and the course of the procession have hardly changed.
Carnival season always brings a surge of life to the local economy of Rio de Janeiro's Vila Vintém favela. But this year, the excitement is even greater. The Unidos de Padre Miguel Samba School has been elevated to the top Carnival League after 57 years, meaning significantly more funding from the city to put on an impressive parade. For the residents of Vila Vintém, a low-income neighborhood in Rio's West Zone, the Samba School has become much more than a place of performance. It has become a vital support system and a refuge for the community, offering help in times of need.
When the community is going through a tough time, this is where they come, and we do our best to help. Our focus is 100% on social support. We can't help everyone, but we try to do what we can, whether it's covering funeral costs or providing food.
The support provided by the Samba School ranges from food distributions to organizing children's parties and even assisting with funeral expenses, ensuring that residents always have a place to turn. Carnival season also brings an economic boost in the form of jobs for local seamstresses, blacksmiths, painters, and artisans who create costumes and build the grand floats for the parade.
China's tourism industry is experiencing a boom, fueled by cultural celebrations, natural beauty, and global interest. Lhasa's vibrant Tibetan New Year celebrations are drawing tourists to its lively markets. Meanwhile, in Yunnan, a new visa-free policy for ASEAN travelers opens the door to abundant nature and ancient cultural experiences.
The local markets of Lhasa, the capital of Tibet's Xizang Autonomous Region in southwestern China, are bustling with energy because of the arrival of Tibetan New Year, or Losar. The Bako Mall, one of the largest shopping spots in Lhasa, has set up over 1,000 stalls to mark the Year of the Wood Snake. Shoppers can find everything from intricately crafted copper items and woven blankets to essential Tibetan New Year snacks like caps, fried pastry, and dried beef. The vibrant atmosphere and colorful displays attract tourists. Meanwhile, in Dagzi district, the annual Tibetan New Year shopping festival is in full swing. Over 320 local vendors sell unique items such as New Year flowers, barley seedlings, and decorative kema boxes containing roasted barley and fried wheat. The festival also features traditional Tibetan dances and the opportunity to purchase Tibetan New Year couplets written by local calligraphers.
It's wonderful and well prepared. There are various kinds of goods here.
Tibetan New Year celebrations typically begin on the first day of the Tibetan calendar's first month and last for 15 days, offering a perfect chance for Tibetans to reunite with family and friends. Xishuangbanna Dai Autonomous Prefecture in southwest China's Yunnan province is famous for its emerald jungles, vibrant culture, and rich biodiversity. Nestled near Myanmar and Laos, this region is known for its Dai ethnic heritage, ancient Buddhist temples, and abundant nature. Since February 10th, a new visa-free policy has been in place. Visitors from ASEAN countries can enter Xishuangbanna without a visa if they travel in groups of 2 or more and are organized by a licensed Chinese travel agency. This opens up opportunities to explore the region's natural beauty, such as trekking through rainforests that are home to elephants and rare birds, cruising the Lancang River on bamboo rafts, and visiting centuries-old tea plantations. The Chinese animated film Ne Zha 2 has earned over 13 billion yuan, roughly 1.79 billion US dollars, propelling a surge in tourism to locations connected with its mythological story. This sequel to the 2019 hit Ne Zha is based on the Ming Dynasty myth Investiture of the Gods, and it has set several records since its January 29th release, becoming the highest-grossing animated film worldwide. One such place now seeing an increase in visitors is the Golden Light Cave, or Jingwangdong in Jiangyu City. Since the movie's release, online searches for the site have risen by 450%, and the number of visitors has increased 8-fold. Tourists from around the world, including Australia, have traveled to visit the location, intrigued by the origins of the Ne Zha legend.
We came from Australia. When we watched the Ne Zha 2 in Australia, where getting a ticket was nearly impossible. We came to China on the 14th, and then we visited the nearby Jiuzhaigou. We caught wind of this place and decided to come check it out.
Ne Zha 2's director, Yang Yu, also visited this temple to draw inspiration for the animated series.
I've watched Ne Zha 2 twice. We feel that the popularity of this movie has a significant impact on the development of our local tourism economy.
The main plots of Ne Zha's story were formed in the investiture of the gods, but the stories in the novel actually originated from ancient folk legends in Jiangyu.
Now let's take you through the St. Paul's Cathedral in London, where visitors are dazzled by an immersive light and sound experience. Luminous is an extraordinary show transforming the cathedral's iconic interior.
St. Paul's Cathedral has been lit up in a stunning new way this week with Luminous, an immersive sound and light show captivating audiences. The artistic collaboration Lux Muralis, led by sculptor Peter Walker and composer David Harper, created this extraordinary experience. After successful runs at St. Martin in the Fields in 2023 and 2024, Luminous transforms the grand interior of St. Paul's into a breathtaking canvas. The projections showcase the cathedral's rich history, incorporating elements from its vast archives and collections. The display extends into the dome for the first time in St. Paul's history, offering a new perspective on its stunning architecture. The show takes visitors on an immersive journey through pivotal moments in the cathedral's past, from William Tyndale's delivery of the New Testament to the UK, to the impact of the Blitz during the Second World War. With a stunning mix of light, sound, and neon, the immersive experience brings the cathedral's heritage to life.
But over roughly a 22-minute central installation within the cathedral, we go from almost the very beginning of what this place is about, through the old cathedral, which was lost in the fire, through then the resurrection through Christopher Wren, and gradually then building towards key moments in time, elements of the archives which are really key to the building. So these can be the minutiae of fabrics, which many people won't see, to some of the beauty of the mosaics which are above our heads. And then there's a really poignant section about World War II and the night raids, and that's a really moving section before we have a finale, which is a really jubilant end and brings us up to date. And all of that is accompanied by this really beautiful soundtrack that ebbs and flows through time. So people actually are physically immersed. You're not just watching and immersed, you walk through the artwork and you participate it by being actually in the light and in the sound.
I think people know St. Paul's, they know the outside of St. Paul's, but I don't think many people really understand or know much about the inside of St. Paul's. And we're very much hoping that this will bring people in. St. Paul's has been an icon for London. It's been at the cultural and spiritual heart of London and of the nation for many, many years. We very much hope that this is an opportunity for people to come into St. Paul's, learn a little bit more about us, feel a little bit more deepen the relationship that they have with us.
As a landmark at the heart of London's cultural and religious history for over 1,000 years, St. Paul's offers a perfect setting for this innovative storytelling method. Luminous unveils a treasure trove of objects from the cathedral's library and archives, shedding light on its dual role as both a place of worship and a national icon.
That's all we have for you in this week's Wings episode. We'll return next weekend with more travel content for you. Until then, it's me, Johan Castell, signing off. Goodbye.